welcome back. I wanted to do another video today on some of the new products that I've got, and I've had a chance to now try them on and do some reviews of them. The latest one I wanted to do is a review on a liquid bronzer. I don't suit too much bronzer. I'm very pale, very fair, and bronzers and contours can look really harsh on me and look orangey. I think everyone has that issue. If you're fair skinned, it's so difficult to get a bronzer that isn't orangey. So I decided to order one from Look Fantastic, and it's a liquid one. Now I much prefer, for my skin, you know, it's as much as it probably looks okay there, it's, you know, it's more mature skin, and anything too much or too heavy and thick is just going to make my skin look worse. So I do like liquids and cream products more than powders. So this one I want to do review is this. Now I don't know how you pronounce that. Would it be Lumene? I don't know. The Invisible Illuminator, and this is the watercolour bronzer. I've never come across this brand before, funny enough. I've never followed them or heard anything about them, but when I was looking through Look Fantastic and I was looking for specifically like a cream bronzer and that, and I came across this, and I actually love, I've got the Daniel Sandler watercolour blushes, which I really like, and I thought this is something quite similar but in a bronzer. So I thought, let's give this a shot. So I do struggle because I'm very fair, and a lot of bronzers and contours look so orange on me, they just don't look right. So I thought I'm going to give this a shot. Now I've got foundation on at the moment. I've got the EX1 Cosmetics, that's that one. I've just done a wee review on that, so that's in a different video. And I'm going to try this. So as I say, I don't wear heavy contour bronzer anyway, it's just not for me. So this, it's directions: shake well, apply to cheeks, forehead and nose. So it's just basically just what, you know, bronzer, where you put bronzer or contour. So I'm going to give it a shake, and it's got one of these wee droppers, which it's just a wee small thing. And I think that was, I should really check the price, I'll add it on, but I think that was £14, or did I pay £14 for it? Because the discount, I think it was about £14, I'm not sure. And it's got one of these, the wee droppers. So at first when I'll just print this wee thing out, I wasn't sure when I seen it. I thought, oh, it looks quite dark. It's not what it looks. So I'm going to use just this brush, and I'm just going to dip that in now, just so you can see. So I'm going to do a little bit here, just so you can see. So I've got just foundation on at the moment. I mean, it's so subtle, but that's what I like. I don't wear big heavy contour, so I do like something. I'll just put a bit more product on just so you can see it. So that's it. It just honestly sinks in so nicely. I know it looks a bit there, but once you really buff it in, it's just so nice. It's so natural. For me, you know, for fair skin toned and that, I can't remember if it did come in different shades. I want to say it did, but I'm just going to guess in there. So, I mean, I don't know, I know sometimes but looking in the mirror there, it does not look harsh at all. It just looks so kind of blended, and I've taken it up a bit because it's not just all about contour, it's more for broad, you know, to look a bit sun-kissed. So compare it to that side when there's nothing on. It's just so natural, it just sinks in so nice. And I do sometimes like just to go over at the top, just blend over with the foundation brush, just so it's not, you know, to make sure there's no lines or anything. Isn't that really nice? It's so natural. So I'm going to put a bit more on it. I actually used all that. You probably would have to use quite a lot because it sinks in so well, but I love that. I love a product that does that. I hate when something's like sits on top of your skin, whereas this just really sinks in. So I'll do this side. So again, I'm not all about the contouring, I'm not trying to do that, I'm just trying to get a bit of warmth into my cheeks. But if you're like me and you don't like cream, I do like a cream bronzer actually, but if you don't like too much powders and that on your skin, definitely go for this. I love that it's watercolour. I used to have always like the Chanel, the cream bronzer. I mean, that's so expensive though, and there's a story about that. I was using it, in fact my first wedding from last year, like just before lockdown originally started, and I was getting near the end and I was just finishing up, and I use it like I'd open it and I'd put my brush in it the first time, and then usually once is enough. Once you've used it, I can close it and put it away. But I had it open in my hand and I wasn't thinking, so I put the bronzer on, and then I went straight back in and dipped in my brush again. And as soon as you do that, you've contaminated, you know, the product. Fair enough, it's your own, you can keep it, but you know, I use that on people, so I couldn't use it again. But I gave it to the bridesmaid because I thought, well, she's, you know, she was the last person that I used it on, so it's better that than wasting it. But I never got round to buying it again because I heard people say that it's a different formula and they didn't like it. I think it's something to do with coconut oil in it. Could be wrong. But there was something to do with the formula and a lot of people didn't like it, the new formula, so it's kind of put me off buying it. So there's that. I mean, it's very, very natural. You can build it up, but put a bit more on, a wee bit down here. You know, it depends what you want. I'm just warming up my skin a little bit. That's it. So I absolutely love that. As I say, you probably need to use quite a bit of it, because it kind of just sinks into the skin, but it looks very natural. It doesn't look orange, and I don't know if it does in the light there, but in the daylight I'll take some photos and show pictures then, but it doesn't look like that at all, but it just gives you that wee flush. Love it, absolutely love that. So that's that, Lumene. I think so, I'm guessing they do, like, so that's it, an illuminator. So I think they do other shades, I'm sure they possibly do, but that's the bronzer one. But, and as I say, they might do a darker shade of that, I don't know, because that's for me, I'm very fair, but that's it. That's great, well thanks for watching, bye.